affordable shoes. Every time everybody talks about affordable shoes, they're talking about Air Force Ones, they're talking about Vans, they're talking about anything like that. So today I'm going to be trying to switch things up. So in my opinion, when you're talking about shoes under $100, all the list comes out the same. So let's try to mess around with it. We're still going to keep things affordable. Today I'm going to be going over a few options that you could pick up for under $200. So for example, the best shoe that I picked up under $200 is going to be a pair of New Balance 550s. There are a few color options out there. The one that I picked up are going to be this gray and white colorway. This one I picked up very recently, and ever since I picked it up, it's been my go-to sneaker. In fact, in my rotation, it replaced the Air Force One, which is kind of funny. That was always my go-to shoe, but now I realized I can't keep wearing Air Force Ones forever. And if you're the same way and you used to always wear Air Force Ones, I definitely recommend picking up a pair of New Balance 550s. It still has that chunky classic look that the Air Force One gives, but yet it's still a completely different shoe in its own way. I will say mine are a little dirty, so I do need to clean them. But if you want to stand out a little bit more, there are a few different color options. I really like the University Blues. I really want to pick those up. But if you want something that'll go with everything, that white and gray colorway, you really can't go wrong with. Alright, the second one I'm probably going to mispronounce, and that is going to be Adidas Velosama, or however you pronounce it. So this shoe I honestly heard about very recently, but I have definitely seen it become a trend more and more. Now I will say that this will definitely be my next shoe pickup. In fact, I was supposed to buy it, but I didn't quite pull the trigger, but I really wish that I did. Yes, this one is definitely on the come up, but as of right now, I feel like I'm not seeing it too much. So if you want to hop on that trend before it gets too big, I definitely recommend starting off right now. It's another popular shoe that is still hard to get for retail price, which is honestly a good thing. I hate paying high resale prices, so this shoe you don't really have to worry about too much, but if you can get your hands on it for retail, then that's even a better deal. Alright, the next best shoe for under $200 is going to be a pair of Jordan 1 lows. These I haven't really worn too much, but I definitely need to. But again, this is another classic that I feel like you don't really see too much, just because I would say about like a year or two ago, everyone was hating on Jordan 1 lows for some reason, but now I feel like because of the Nike Dunks, people realized that they look very similar, so people started to hop on them a lot more now. And there's definitely plenty of options out there when it comes to the colorways. The ones that I have are the bread toes, so it's the red and black versions with a little bit of white in there as well, but there are way better options that I've seen out there that I always consider picking up. So yeah, maybe I might pick up some more Jordan 1 lows, but at least having one in your rotation would definitely do you a lot good, especially if you get them for retail price. Like the ones that I bought them for retail price, only $120. So yes, they are very affordable. All right, the next one is going to be a very common one, and that is going to be some Nike Blazers. I will say that this was a huge trend back then and slowly dying off, but are never going to go away completely. That's just because it's a classic sneaker that's never going to go out of style. The silhouette makes it very easy to style. It's more of a slimmer sneaker. I personally prefer slimmer sneakers over bulky sneakers, so I feel like this shoe is definitely a perfect option if you feel the same way. Again, it's another shoe that has plenty of different colorways. You can get the Nike logo in a bunch of different colors. I chose the green one because that's the first one that I saw in my size. That shoe I picked up about a year and a half ago, and I will say during that time, everybody wanted to wear Nike Blazers. They're such a popular trend, and it was honestly hard to find in your size. Every time I went to the mall to find some, they never had them in my size. So, and now a year and a half later, I'm still wearing it to this day. So yeah, it was a great pickup, especially for the price. I think I only paid $90 for it. So under $100, which makes them very affordable, and should definitely be a shoe that you should look at for your next shoe pickups. All right, the next shoe is going to be a pair of Converse Truck 70s. Before you come after me, yes, I know Converse Truck 70s is another shoe that everybody has, but again, since we're talking about those affordable shoes, obviously a lot of these shoes are going to be what other people are wearing, but I will say that most people are going to be wearing the normal Converse. So if you wanted to stand out a little bit while still having the same aesthetic, get a pair of Converse Truck 70s. They just look significantly better in my opinion, and for only $20 extra, I think is well worth it. All right, the next one is going to be a pair of Reebok Classics. Now this is a shoe that I had before. Right now they are very dirty. In fact, they're one of my basketball shoes. So yeah, they're very messed up now, so I don't even want to show them on camera. That's how bad they are. But I will say that I'm going to be picking up a new pair very soon, just because the retail price is going to be one of the cheapest shoes out there. It's literally only $75. Sometimes you can find it on sale for $65 or $55. So yeah, this is definitely going to be one of the most affordable shoes on the list. So if you're on a budget and you want a nice pair of shoes, Reebok Classics should definitely be the one that you look at. It is a bulkier sneaker, and like I mentioned earlier, I prefer slimmer sneakers, but you should definitely have some bulky sneakers in your collection, so that way you can switch up your aesthetic. And a good place to start off is going to be these Reebok Classics. Anyways, I'm going to be picking up a new pair very soon, and who knows, maybe when I pick up a new pair, I might make a video on it. Like I said, I own them previously, and I'll continue to have them in my collection. All right, the next one's going to be another one from Reebok, but let's talk about a shoe from Reebok that nobody talks about, and that's going to be these Workout Ripple Pluses. The first thing that everybody says is they don't like these spikes. When you have them on foot, you don't even notice them. So just imagine them without the spikes. It has suede material. The colors are a bit more of like an off-white beige sand color. I gotta say, these have been one of my favorite shoes recently because they're a shoe that not everybody else is wearing. Out of the list, this definitely has to be the most underrated shoe. Like I said, for that affordable sneaker price range, everybody's gonna be wearing the same shoe. So if you want something different, make sure to check out a shoe like this. And I really cannot emphasize that you can't see the spikes when you have them on foot. And I gotta say, those in particular are one of my most comfortable shoes. Retail price, I think I paid about $75, but again, Reebok's always having sales, so you can probably find it for a way better price. Honestly, Reebok's probably one of the most underrated sneaker brands out there because there's some of the most affordable and best sneakers out there. I mentioned 2 already, and the next one is going to be another one. It's going to be the Reebok Club C's. Again, this is another shoe that I used to own back then. Haven't picked it up in a long time, but I definitely need to pick some up very, very soon again, because this silhouette, it's more of a slim silhouette, but it's also very versatile, so it'll literally go with everything. You don't have to worry about styling it because it's very easy to style. And that price range, again, Reebok makes very affordable shoes. I think it's around $65-$70, so not a bad option at all if you want something very affordable. All right, so the next one doesn't have any brand in particular, but that is going to be a pair of leather sneakers, specifically more ones that you could dress up. So I used to call them leather canvas sneakers, but then everybody in my comments started to correct me, saying that canvas is a type of material, so saying leather canvas doesn't really make sense. So now that I understand that, I'm just gonna be calling them leather sneakers. These you can pick up pretty much anywhere because there's really nothing special about them. I've seen them at H&M, ASOS. If you want really expensive ones, you can get something like Common Projects, but me personally, they're just so generic, I feel like I wouldn't spend that much money on them. So if you want a nice alternative that doesn't cost that much money, the ones that I got are going to be from Aldo's. These literally only cost me $55, and these are a shoe that will go with everything, but I personally don't really wear them that much in a casual setting. I prefer them more in a dressed up setting. An occasion where I'm dressing up, but I don't want to dress up too much, so I don't want to wear something like boots. Still want to keep that sneaker look, but still keep it very minimal. I'll be wearing it with something like this. So lately I have been enjoying dressing more like that. So for only $55, it was a great pickup, and you should definitely try it out for yourself. Another very common one that you're going to see in anybody's affordable sneaker list is going to be a pair of Nike Dunks, but it definitely all depends on the colorway. So these I got hooked up on. I want to say I paid around $150, but last time I checked, these go for like $250. I personally wouldn't spend that much on a pair of Nike Dunks. By now, everybody knows that Nike Dunks are just not worth it. The material isn't really the best, especially what you're paying for. And keep in mind, that's resale price, so the retail price is a lot less. So if you can get your hands on them for retail price, I definitely recommend that. Or another thing that I've been seeing a lot of people do is going to be Nike Dunks by You, which is pretty much you go on the Nike website, design your own Nike Dunks, and you could either make your own or you can make some very similar to how the actual Nike Dunks look, but for pretty much half the price. I really can't tell you the actual price of those, but if you want to see me make a video on that, I'd definitely be down to. At this point, I'd look for any excuse to buy some new shoes. But for example, something like the Nike Pandas, those you can pick up for around $130. Those literally go with everything. They're a very popular shoe. But like I've mentioned so many times throughout this video, those affordable sneakers all come out relatively the same because everybody's looking for the cheapest shoe. But hopefully this list helps you find some new shoes that really not that many other people are wearing, but still keeping that affordable price tag. But if it did help you out, make sure to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already in this channel, I simplify men's fashion, so I'm gonna leave a button for you to do that right here. If you want to see more videos right away, here are a few that I think could really help you out. Anyways, other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.